Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a VeVe OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say, where's Dashie? Dashie is in New York. You might see Dashie pretty soon. Anyway, we'll start off with the OMI. Maybe we should start off with we'll start with OMI. All right, so we're down about 1.7% on the day, 200,06415, about 361,000 in volume, so really not a ton here. I do have a little bit of news on this. I did just announce it over on around the Okomiverse. I'll announce it here. I have said for a little while I'm probably going to get up to 200 million. There is a chance that I actually don't just get up to 200 million, but I could get up to 225 or even 250, depending on how certain things play out. I will keep you all posted with that, how that comes in. Well, Chavez, don't you really like other stuff? Yes, I really like Flow. I really like Definity. I like Bumper. I like Devi. I like a bunch of other things. I'd like Da Cat. Always got to shout them out because I'm the ones working on the comic and all the other stuff. But yeah, this is where do I see? And again, if anyone else that I advise or kind of help manage the money with, diversify a little bit here, a little bit there. But for me, it's all in on OMI. And again, this isn't financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. You should probably not do what I'm doing. People should probably diversify a little bit. But anyway, let's move on here. Bitcoin actually up 2% on the day. Ethereum up 0.5%. BNB down half. Solana up 2.5%. XRP up 1%. Lido Staked up 0.5%. Toncoin up 0.5%. Dogecoin up 4.5%. So it's actually a pretty decent day for the markets here. Hopefully, we did get a little bit of bullish news. The Fed is going to start cutting rates in June. As we get that, you're going to have probably about $4 to $5 billion over the next 6 months, at least when they start cutting the rates in June. So maybe around November, December. It's a really good time. You're going to have this market melt up. You're going to have trillions of dollars rip into the market. And how much of that is going to go into crypto? I mean, now that you have Jamie, now you have pretty much everyone that's hated Bitcoin forever is now pro-Bitcoin, showing in the SEC filings that they do actually have Bitcoin holdings. So this is really, really bullish. And President Trump just came out in support of crypto. So, if he gets elected in November, again, as far as crypto goes, that's going to be very, very good. And maybe good for a couple of other things too. I don't know. Comment down below your thoughts on that. Little recap from last night. It has been almost 36 months since David has first approached YG Entertainment for Blackpink for digital collectibles. Again, at first, back in 2022, it was announced by Binance that they would be doing those particular digital collectibles, and then that fell through. And I've heard from multiple people, not people like in like that work for Blackpink or that work for VeVe, but people that are in the licensing industry, people that have a bunch of money and go to a lot of these behind closed doors meetings, like, hey, to get this type of license is an 8-figure. That's an 8-figure word. That's an 8-figure license, like 10 or tens of millions of dollars. And what Lisa just did, mentioning VeVe twice, Lisa from Blackpink, they never do this for anyone. So that would also likely be another 8-figure, at least 10 or tens of millions. Did VeVe go and they say, hey, let's fork over that money? Or did Blackpink and YG Entertainment say, hey, you're going to get something for this, but in order to go in and give it to the best, like if you want to be the best, you have to hire the best. I remember years ago back in when the Chris Pine Star Trek movies came out, they had at the end of the movie, well, who did their special effects? It was Lucasfilms, and Lucasfilms were the ones that obviously did Star Wars. So, obviously, as much as, kind of crap we give each other, Star Wars obviously better. But the Star Trek fans, they're like, oh, yeah, we used your guys. If you want to be the best, you have to go with the best. So I think that's what Blackpink and YG did, saying like, okay, look at the other options that we have, and the other options are really not good. And then VeVe obviously being insanely good at what they do, actually the best at what they do, the choice was quite obvious. That's why now that they have that door open, I guarantee you everything, just phones ringing off the hook, people are pounding down their door, which they've been doing in general, but now that they're getting into music, oh my God, like my good golly gosh, this is, they could get Taylor Swift on. They can probably get on the phone with anyone in the world that they want. Speaking of new things, we have an update from VeVe. This is like the second update in like the last 10 days. This is just, again, minor fixes and improvements. I haven't really taken a look at what, if anything's new on the app, but there is another update. So they're rolling these out like hotcakes. They're going out really quick. For some other stuff, we have VeVe Feed. I guess all right, I'll go over this first. If you have follow low mint VeVe Feed on X, it shows all of the low mints that are bought and sold that are transferred from one person to another after they're bought and sold. And there was a lot of low low mint Marvel collectibles, number 14, 15, 16, etc., that were going, and there's a couple people that are just like, oh, what is this? This is an OTC deal? How did they get those mints? Guys, it's just another Marvel wallet. I actually have to talk to Dr. Profit about it, because if you go and take a look on Stacker, like, it's going from a Marvel wallet, and then it's saying it's going to wallet number like 1577. Be advised, that's also another Marvel wallet. Like, there isn't just some new player out there that just happened to buy up, you know, multiple thousands of sub 100 collectibles. Because if you go to Stacker and you take a look, I'm no longer number 2, I'm number 3. It's just because Stacker is counting this Marvel wallet as an actual wallet that's for public, but it's not. It's super private. So obviously there's not somebody that just came in and bought 2,200 collectibles, all sub 100, having over 13% of the supply. Again, that is just a Marvel wallet. They're just shuffling that around for one reason or another. So it's all good. Be calm. But anyway, the VeVe Feed had posted, okay, we're getting like a dozen new users each day. At least we did another dozen on the 12th. And then the active wallets on the 12th were about 1,200, so it was up 20% from the previous day. It was a holiday, like it was Mother's Day, so I wouldn't expect too many people to be on the app. And again, it was really the people that came on, like as opposed to the previous day. It was likely just for the Sandcrawler, which the Sandcrawler did not do that well. Over the last 33 hours, it made about $11,850, which is fine. You know, it made 5 figures, but for something Star Wars, you would want to see them make, you know, usually around 20 or 30. This one, I think if it were like maybe $25, this would have done fairly well. Or maybe even less mints, you can keep the fit, but just $50 is a lot, especially as people are going and they're saying, hey, we have a lot of stuff that we need to buy. There's a new Tokidoki announcement, there's a new Blackpink announcement, and there's going to be multiple of these Blackpink ones. Each collectible, they're going to have, I think, 4 collectibles each, so there's going to be 4 members. Each member will have 4 collectibles each, then you're going to have the light thing, you're going to have the stage. The stage, what I had mentioned before, I don't know if I still have it Googled. I do not. I'll Google it real quick. It's going to be a wild reference, but when they have the stage, it does seem like they're going to have the girls, if you put them on the stage, perform. And the reason why I think that's going to happen is because if anyone remembers over in Pokemon Snap, where you had these 3 coughing were harassing 3 Jigglypuff, and if you threw Pester Balls at the coughing, you can save them, and then at the end of the level, all of the Jigglypuff are just on stage, the ones that you saved. So and they just, you know, they do a little song, they do a dance. It's really cool. So I think this is just one, not only something that they could do, but also just a reference to Pokemon Snap. It might not be. I could just be grabbing straws that aren't there, but I'd like to think it is. Just my opinion. Anyway, speaking of the Tokidoki stuff, I have actually all of the Tokidoki stuff except for like the Dragon Girls that are out there. So I really want to keep up with what they have. And it does seem that it's going to be not too hard to do. I would guess around $200-ish, maybe even less for all of them. Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The only one out of the 8 that is not like a character of like a little girl or like a humanoid figure in a suit is going to be the Urameki. That happens to be a alicorn. Alicorn being something that has a horn and wings that has magic. I'm not sure if they have magic. Irresistible cuteness, embark on an enchanting journey. Enchanting, I'm going to say it's magic. Anyway, all of these are going to be $15. It is going to be a blind box. There is going to be a chase. It is going to be the secret rare at 688. This is not going to be the scarcest Tokidoki. I think the scarcest Tokidoki that we have is going to be that gold Riso dragon, the lucky Riso dragon. That there's only one out of 88. They keep 8 of them, so there's only 80 of them. So that is stupid, super scarce. I don't think they're going to make anyone scarcer than that. But this one, 688, if you take away 90, it's actually going to be 598. So there is going to be a little bit of a chase. That's obviously going to go well above retail. well above retail, so that this will likely do fairly well. And then they have announced the Little Mermaid, and look how hecking good she looks. That is high quality H2O right there. Comment down below if you get that reference. That is high quality stuff. Triton looks pretty. I wish they would have a little bit more muscles defined in King Triton there, but that's pretty fine. We already have Ursula in the evil stuff. Villains, that's what it's called, the Disney Villains collection that they have there. So we already have Ursula there. Now we already do have Sebastian and Flounder. Those are in the Golden Moments, but you could actually get them in like, pretty like they look like the characters. Like they've done that with Elsa, they've done that with R2D2, C3PO. So now they're doing it with some of these guys. Their first appearance is cool, but these ones actually look like the character. They're the actual color. The facial expressions are really cool. And that Flounder though at $389, ooh, that looks good. And actually with that, they're actually only taking 20 away from the secret rare. So that secret rare is gonna have $369. Everyone comment nice down below for their 69. 369. Damn, she fine. So, all right, anyone comment down below if you get that reference too. It was all the rage when I was very small. That was also a reference to Gilmore Girls. Anyway, yeah, enough with that. Squid Cat is saying quick giveaway for VeVe Fam Blinks collectible keychain set, courtesy of VeVe's Gold Dragon Club. Winner announced tomorrow, so that is going to be in the next, 12, 24 hours at some point. Just simply retweet to enter, and that is Squid Cat. I think Mr. MC1 had reposted that as well. That's what I'm looking at. So yeah, free stuff. There might be another giveaway with the Akomi Secret Rare logo, like for some Blackpink merchandise, either physical merchandise or collectible, whatever we have but we'll be doing something for that. Me, Mr. MC1, and Dr. Stuff. There's a meme that came out today. The Marco_Flamethrower, pretty big deal in the Pokemon community. Me and him have had many interactions before. Obviously, in the high-end Pokemon stuff, all collectors kind of know each other. It's kind of like when Uncle Iroh says, like, oh, of course we know each other. All old people know each other. All the people in the high-end Pokemon card collecting group, that we all kind of know each other in one way or another. And he had posted a meme, and you see, like, this little person that's sweeping sand. Not sure really what he's doing. Maybe he's in the military. And then you have extra copies as a tidal wave, the person sweeping sand's community, and then the collections are just the tiny little dinghy, the tiny little boat. Now, what does this mean? It means that the people are trying to scrape together any rare card that they can for their collections. Again, that's the community. But then the extra copies is just Pokemon, making those extra copies go brr, those printers going brr, and they just make more supply. So as frustrated as some VeVe users are, where they're like, oh, VeVe's just diluting our, they're diluting the collectibles. They're making people spend gems on other things that aren't mine, so my bags aren't pumping. Be thankful, like, they're not printing the same things. Like, imagine this. Imagine they have, let's say, Luke Skywalker. There's like 3,800 of the rare, there's like 900 of the ultra rare, and then there's like 500 of the secret rare, right? Imagine if VeVe and Star Wars said, you know what, that did really well. Let's print it again. You can do it again. And if they go and they did that, everyone would be like, what the heck? The point of being on blockchain and doing this and making these collectible is so that there's only this one print run of them. There's only one mint run. And that's it. Pokemon says, like, oh, you don't like it? Tough heckin' deal. If it's a popular set and you spent, thousands of dollars on a PSA 10 version of this, well, too bad for you. We're making those printers go burr. And we're reprinting that set multiple times, and there's no distinction between first edition anymore, having to have that for years. So it could always be worse. And this is Pokemon community, the highest grossing media franchise of all time. And there are some people there that are just like, oh yeah, boo-hoo. But for the most part, people expect it. But again, this is the beauty of VeVe. Like, you don't have that. That's something that they do better than Pokemon. Anywho, moving on here. David had talked about the Sandcrawler, and he said this is going to become one of the collectibles you wish you got to complete before the set was gone. Now, I want to go over Up Crypto that says, well, maybe not a popular opinion, but I've been stacking Pie Life Fantasy and buying up cheap floors. Why? Probably because he knows Asians are coming. And what I mean by that is South Koreans. South Koreans, I've gone over this at Earth 2 before, I don't need to retell the story, but they come in and they work together and they buy up the best stuff. And they also buy up things that they're interested in. One of the things that they're probably going to be interested in is Pie Life Fantasy. But yeah, just to go over that, when David said you're going to wish you got to complete your set before it's gone, Is there going to be something else to the Sandcrawler? I'm not sure. But also what I'm thinking is just that David is just kind of reading the writing on the wall and just looking towards the future. Oh, yeah, I know what's going to happen. We're likely going to do some type of marketing for the app at some point, kind of like what they were doing with Blackpink. Blackpink shared every single video that VeVe makes for Blackpink. Blackpink shares on their Twitter and on their Instagram, 10 million and 57 million followers respectively, 67 total, so close to 69. And people are going to come in, and maybe most people don't collect crap. They're going to collect what they like and then stuff that they think is going to appreciate over time. I could imagine that a lot of Star Wars, like I'm telling you right now, there are a bunch of completionists in Star Wars, and even if most of the rest of the world could care less about what a Sandcrawler is, just in the Star Wars community, they're going to get it because, I need to get it. It's Star Wars. And they're going to make really awesome things with it. They're going to put Jawas on it. They're going to make things that don't make sense. They're going to make really cool artwork with it, and tell stories with it. That's just what they're going to do. And David sees that in the future. It's like, people are probably going to wish they would have gotten it at this point. So again, that's just me interpreting his quote there. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Comment your thoughts down below. Dominique Wilkins, NBA Hall of Famer, bought an AF-15 2.0. Looks like, according to this auction, spent about $20,000 on it. Big money is out there, and it is slowly but surely coming to VeVe. VeVe Studios, that they've partnered with VeVe for I think like a year or two now. They have posted over on their Instagram. VeVe Studios will not only produce digital collectibles for K contents, meaning like Korean content, but also collaborate on promotion, marketing, and content production operations for exclusive IP content held by VeVe Korea. Leveraging their experience in digital asset projects, they aim to lead the digital collectibles sector. I think they're already leading. But people will know VeVe Studios just from the HTC Vive that came out years ago. That just H is in hotel, T is in tango, C is in Charlie. And that was like one of the first headsets. You used a game, and it was really cool. You had slingshot games, you had battery games. It was awesome. It was fun. And I don't know what they're doing now. I mean, obviously they did the K-pop collections. They did Blackpink ones, and they'll do other stuff. But I'm pretty excited for it. And shout out to Ferryman. That matched his Secret Rare logo number 444 with his VeVe Secret Rare logo number 444. Shout out to them. Tomorrow, VeVe Magic will be playing in the NFT Poker Championship. Landing this river today on her all-in after the turn felt pretty magical. Basically, that goes and gets her that fleshy over there, which is pretty nice. She was also wearing her Magic Vibe shirt as well. Gave her amazing energy for the big day. Win or lose, she is pumped. Obviously going to be wearing a VeVe hat and a silicone shirt tomorrow as well. Something else that you might not expect here. I'm a fan of Caitlin Clark. I never really watched women's basketball except in passing when it was on at the bar or whatever, and that's TV that I was in front of. She's really talented, and then she just happened to have, and I promise I'll bring this back to VeVe, but for the first time since 2003, the Connecticut Sun's home opener is sold out. 8,910 tickets claimed for Caitlin Clark's first regular season game against the Indiana Fever. The surge in ticket sales demonstrates the significant impact of Clark's arrival in the WNBA, marked by her recent $28 million Nike deal. I want her on VeVe Sports. I mean, heck, we already have like a former WBO champion with Joe Parker. Why not get Caitlin Clark? I think we can do it. All right, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say, we want Dashi. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye. Meow, 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 meow.